much love. I'm sorry it took so while, but this is actually the finished Sundew garden, which is the last live. Episode 5. I was working on it. But yeah, it's all finished now, which I'll show you the side. You'll be able to see how, I'll go over pretty much how it's constructed, why these sundews are so healthy now, which I couldn't figure out why they were, because I wasn't feeding them, you see. I couldn't figure out, maybe because I was putting food in there, not for them, but to attract other bugs. But from what I could see visually, it really wasn't doing what it was supposed to, like the meat, and I tried different things. It attracted some ants and whatnot, but not enough to feed all of them. But they were all doing pretty healthy, which I'll get some close-ups and show everybody. But I couldn't figure it out. But what had happened is before I redid the tank, which I think I have a line for that too, I'm not sure. But when I first did the tank, I had, instead of, for the base to hold up everything, keep everything out of the water, so I could do like a waterfall, I had pine logs that had fallen out of the tree underneath the substrate, as a base. And they so happened to have termites. And well, the plants were feeding off the termites, which, made them very, very happy plants. And they're all pretty much, most of them are flowering right now, in the beginning stages of flowering. But when I redid it, because the water was not flowing good, when the water would go in, it would just go straight down through instead of flowing through over, like a underground waterfall is kind of what I wanted. Underground stream, I should say. So I took the logs out, and in the process of cleaning out the tank, I figured out that it was the termites feeding them, because there's termites in there. So what I did is I took out all the logs, and I put bricks, and I layered them like stairs going down, and then I put the substrate and all of that, and moss and the plants, and they're stacked with moss. There's like 3 or 4 different kinds of moss in there, and there's also a little lily floating in his own. The tank's kind of dirty right there. I gotta clean it up, but yeah, I'm gonna take a little rag and clean up the edges here and make it more aesthetically pleasing. Move these out the way. But yeah, so it's got bricks with the little layer of coconut fiber. Can't really see it right here. Let me go down here. Oops. Yeah, there we go. That right there. It's like this right here. It's coconut fiber. It's you buy it for like plant materials, what like hanging plants are in. Anyhow, it's a layer of that to keep the dirt and soil, sand from running through, just running away, when the water's flowing. Then I got what the plants are actually growing in, which I found them in it. Some of them are in black dirt, which is really interesting because most of the time succulents don't grow in black dirt, and then some of them are in sand, and some of them growing straight out of moss. That must be very nutrient poor dirt. But yeah, it's all in there. And there's different kinds of grasses, as you can see. I've even got grass planted there. It helps to soften the water. With my little pump. I took the filters out because it doesn't need it. Don't need a pump, just need the filter. Don't need a filter, just need a pump. Yeah, so the termites come out. They come out at night, and they come out to feed, I don't know why. Yeah, they do come out. I'm seeing them at night, and they drop down onto the plants down there, and they come out to get water too. And I'm assuming, I don't know, or maybe it just soaks up through the wood, but they do come out, and it feeds the plants. I'll try to get some close-ups on the plants. The sundews. Some happy critters here. They're getting more sunlight, so hopefully they'll start getting their color back. The vibrant red. that just to deflect water over to the middle instead of it running straight up, because I didn't think about it when I was making it, which I'll probably end up redoing it eventually. But there's a crease right there in the middle, like where there's a line where the bricks meet. I should have overlapped it, but so it'll run straight. If it comes off there, it'll go straight down in the water. So I put it here so it flows in all directions off the brick, cascades down on the next brick and into the water. It's really cool. I love it. I really do. Sundews. I'm going to get some pitcher plants too, and they're going to be growing in the more boggy area. And I'm probably going to get some Venus flytraps, and I might put them up top. I might transfer these and make them into their own garden, and put Venus flytraps up there. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. Oh, and I'm also going to get bladderwort and put it in here, and that'll be all carnivorous plants except for the grass and the moss. Everything will be carnivorous. That'd be really, really cool. Tea's done. Open that up before it starts whistling and wakes everybody up. Yeah, that's why I'm whispering. There's people sleeping. Worked 12 hours last night, so I really gotta clean the side of that glass, but once I clean that, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. That's a little water lily. Yep. Cacti. Some kind of succulent. I got a clipping from the neighbor. My cat ate it when it was young. But yeah, it's like rubbery. Really rubbery. Not sure what it is. Not sure. But I like it. I like succulents. Yeah. I might even get some guppies for down in the water down there. Just a few little guppies to swim around in the water, you know. That might add too much nutrients to the water. Don't want to do that, because then they'll kill my plants. Because you can't fertilize those guys. They get their fertilizer they need from the nitrogen they need from the bugs they eat. You fertilize them and you'll kill them. Oh, did I show you all I forgot. We gotta look at the flower pots. If you look closely, right there, let it just focus. Those little round pods, they look like fists coming up. Those are flower pots. All over. Almost on all of them. That's a good one right there. Looks like a little fiddlehead. Yeah, they're gonna be flowering. The same ones, the ones outside are flowering as well. Yes. Can I turn this camera around? In the live? Let's see. No. Oh, right there. Haha, I figured it out. Still relatively new to the YouTube lives. But let's go outside. I'll show you the sundews that live outside in the cold weather. Yeah, the ones indoors really like it. They like the warm weather. Yes, but they need more sunlight. So I'm going to have to figure out a different spot. Probably in the room over there, in the other room, because they seem to get more direct sunlight. I'll figure that out. Especially during summertime. It gets a lot of good sun. During summertime, I'll probably move the whole tank outside. Oh, I gotta put a tea bag in that tea. Just had the water in it, but no tea in it. Shit. Got a family-sized tea bag. Bam. Instead of opening up 8 little ones, you use one big one. He works. that light off. Doesn't need to be on. This does need to be open though. Oh no, it doesn't. Rotate my piece lily. It's not dry. So. Bow. Yeah. Oh yeah, outside. I forgot what I was doing. Now you can stay inside this thing. Show you some plants. My porch is a little messy. It is. But I'll show you my plants. Especially my little cousin being here. Told her to rinse off the damn cooler, and he rinses it off right by the porch instead of rinsing it off where you clean the fish. He can't say he didn't because there's a bunch of scales right there. Any hoozle. Enough about that. Yeah, move this chair. I really gotta clean up out here. It's a disaster area. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, here's one. Sundew garden. So you can see the flower pod's a lot better out here because I can get a better angle. But that's the same. See these right here? It's the same thing the ones inside are doing. These are all throwing up flower pods. All happy little fellas. This is actually a wild strawberry. I just let it grow. I'm like, why not? I'm going to, they've got a lot of water in there right now. A lot of water. So I'm gonna tip it a little bit and let it drain some. They like a lot of water, but they've had it in there for a while, so just drain some of it out. Now this guy, he actually has a drain, but it's a high drain, so it lets it hold water too, because they need water. They're a bog plant. This is a bog garden. Bog, B-O-G, bog. See that little black flower pod? That one's already opened and then closed and it's done its thing. I wonder if it's going to open again. I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh, look. You've got a little fly. Oh, it's so tiny. See that little spot right at the middle tip of my finger? That little black spot? That's a little, like, fruit fly or something that it has captured. That is good. They're feeding. They are feeding. He's good. He's good. Oh yeah, there's dead little flies all over them. Hell yeah. They're feeding good. Cool. Very cool. I like watching them curl up over a bug. That's what this one's doing right here. Right there. It's actually curling up on a bug. It takes them about a half hour to curl up fully. Not like that. Once they're triggered, they'll start curling. It's so neat. Looks like they're fighting for real estate. I'm gonna have to take a small group and see if I can separate them. I'm not gonna do it with all of them at one time. I'm not sure if I can separate them without killing them. So I'm gonna see if I can separate them. If I can, I'll give them some more space. Cause yeah, these ones in these groups seems to be fighting for real estate. We don't want them fighting. Yeah, we don't want them fighting. That one looks a little sickly. Wonder why that is. I'm new to all this, so I'm still learning. If anybody has any comments or suggestions, I'm very open to that. I appreciate it. Oh, that's a pink quartz. I just stuck in there for prettiness. I didn't think it would hurt anything. I might be wrong. It might be leaching some kind of mineral, but I don't know. The ones beside it seem okay, so. I just made this side a little bit lower so it drain a little bit more. Yep, it's my Sundew gardens. And when they get more sunlight, let's say summertime, when the sunlight starts being on this side more, they'll get vibrant red. When they have like direct sunlight for most of the day, they'll be a vibrant red. Most of these were a vibrant red when I got them. And all this green is new growth, which they've all, because most of them were inside for a little while, so they kind of stretched out looking for sunlight, because they weren't getting the same sunlight they were used to. The more sunlight they are, the stockier, smaller they get. The less sunlight, the more stretched out they'll get. Which I want them to be happy, so I want them to get as much sunlight as they can. They're a full sun plant. They like full sun. Which is weird because they have to have full sun, lots of water, a burn and flood cycle. Yeah. Because like the activated charcoal that happens from the burn filters all the water that comes through to them, so they end up with like a very nutrient poor water. When the water's flowing, you know. And that's why they hunt bugs, to get the nutrients they need. Vitamins and minerals, irons and nitrates and all that good stuff. And I had to go out and harvest all this moss too, out in the swamp, out in the woods. Some of this moss doesn't like to be totally saturated. Some of it does. Like, which I didn't know, you know, I'm learning all about these new mosses too, lichens and stuff. This stuff really doesn't care to be soaked all the time. Like, it can handle it. It's really, really hard to kill. Like, you can put poison on this shit and it still won't kill it, but drying it out completely will kill it, or drowning it will kill it. But I found a pretty neutral area for both of them, because this moss all around here loves the more water the better, but this right here, which is all patched through in and out, is not so much. So I found like a neutral area for them both to go, because this plate is very shallow, because these guys don't throw lots of roots. Well, they will, but it's not gonna be an issue for a long time. So yeah, I'm really hoping that the sundews start sprouting through that moss, you know, through it. That'd be really, really pretty. You know, I do believe that would look really nice. But it's going to take some time. I got to get everything right, you know, make sure they're happy and healthy, and then they'll start spreading, which hopefully this flowering means they're going to start spreading. Hopefully. Yep. I do enjoy them. I want to get some pitcher plants and Venus flytraps too. I had a Venus flytrap that was huge. Huge. But some yuppie sprayed bug poison on it, because he saw a bunch of flies on it. Fucking sprayed it with bug poison and killed it. I was so mad. I was like, you idiot. It attracts flies. I mean, it was big. The mouths were like the size of, like, you wrap or bend a $50 in half. They were huge, like an inch or two wide. Hey, I didn't know you were on. It's alright. I'm just doing a little video on my sundews. Yeah. Had to do a part 2 for the inside tank, but I wanted to come outside and show these two. Yeah. My little carnivorous buddies. Ooh, that one's got a little leafy on it. We gotta get that off. Where's my lighter, bro? My lighter, bro, I love it because it's got this little poker, but it makes great for doing precision work with these things. Get off of there. There we go. There we go. I try to keep them clear of debris as much as I can, as much as I notice it. I will pick away little pieces. That's something that might be on it. It shouldn't be there. I'll get rid of it for them. Help them out a little bit, you know. They can't get it off. Yeah, these got bugs. Like that right there is a bug. That's a bug. That's a bug over there. That's a bug. That's a bug. That's a bug. That's a bug. That's a not a bug. Okay. That's a flower pod. That looks like it's already flowered. Not sure. If that turns into a seed, I'm going to get it and place it somewhere that I would really like it. Which would be like either in this moss, right here on the top of this moss. That would be really, really cool. Yeah, these things are covered bugs. That's a bug too. Almost all the way digested. Really cool. Really cool. Yeah, I just want to show that. Oh, and I got the vines that were inside growing in jars. I had them rooting in jars. I finally planted in dirt, which are right here. Got them in a hanging. This is the same stuff I have in my tank inside as the substrate. It's a coconut fiber, I believe. And I got those, and I got some. Those are actually air plants, but they like it out here too. I didn't even think about that, but I could stick those air plants in the side here, and they'd be even happier because they like to hang. So if I could just like figure out a way to, yeah, see, they're already. Yeah, I'm gonna just hang you here. Come on now, hook into there somehow. There you go, buddy. I'll take this other one. Put him over here. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Let them do their thing. They'll be happier hanging there. Maybe I think they were getting too much water sitting on that dirt. But yeah, I got two different vines in there, and they're both variegated. Or no, there's three different. I'm sorry. No, there's two different. Yeah. This one and this one is the same thing. You're just seeing the other side of the leaf. Yeah, this one's a different species, so. This guy's the one with the big root system. These guys didn't even really have too much root system. I just went ahead and put them in there because I know they will root. They're pretty good about it. These guys, you can barely even kill these, man. You just tear a piece off, throw it on the ground, it starts growing. They're crazy. They're crazy. But yep, that's my garden. Thank y'all for joining on episode 5½, conclusion of the Sundews. Stay lit, positive, and always moving forward. And I will see y'all next time.